think we should have known. Hey, I should have known. And the legend, I'm just a breathing right now. You should have known better. Y'all gotta keep this pause though. Keep on.
Welcome back to London for the second time. After 3 sold-out shows in less than 6 months, how does it feel being back in London?
London's one of my favorite places. Completely love it. It's fun. We got to be here for a few days, get to explore more places, more things, and the crowd is always good. I love when people actually know my music, and London always shows up and shows out. So yeah, and I got to be with my friends. I got to bring up my friends and got to actually do it my way this time, and get to show them how we do it back home. So it was it.
And what are all of your favourite places to visit in London so far? You've been here.
All the tea parties.
We've been having afternoon tea every night.
Every day.
Yeah.
I love Kensington. I just think Kensington is gorgeous. As far as just like the vibe of the town that I love.
Saw the Buckingham Palace today. That was really cool.
Really? Oh, you did that already?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But it was fun. But definitely the tea. We've been having tea every day. And then knocking out afternoon tea every night.
And how would you describe your shows and your style of music and fashion?
Ooh, that's a loaded question.
No, it's a beautiful question. My shows are very at this point in my life are very intimate, are very story driven and vocal heavy. Is probably the best way I could say it. It's very, very vocal heavy, because I'm a very extra singer. My style of music is kind of like is alternative R&B in a sense. It's old school R&B with just a bit of new type of flavor, emphasis on a bit. But yeah, and my style is just what is my style? What is my style?
Groove.
No, my fashions.
Oh, your fashions is...
Give him
I
a heel.
don't know if it can be described, and I think that's the best part. So.
I love a good boot.
Oh yeah.
I love a good boot.
Not every man.
Yeah.
Real men can work the leather boot and make
True.
it happen.
Yeah,
heel.
I love a good flowy moment. I don't know. It's just I don't know. It's just Dre.
It's black.
And what inspired your Black Denim album? And what inspired you to write these songs on the album?
My songs are kind of my songs are just stories of my lifetime. Just different. Oh yeah. Sorry. Read it again. My what inspired my album was just different stories, heartaches, love stories, things I couldn't really deal with, things that excited me. They're just different stories of my life that I wanted to express and didn't know how to express it myself, so I had to put it in song.
And what's your favourite song on the album and why?
I love all my songs. They're all my babies. But I love I Don't Need Your Love because it was the one song that was specifically written for me, about me. So it's more of a very personal song. That was originally a poem that I turned and put a melody to. So that's kind of why I resonated with it, because it was written for myself. It's the only song I kind of wrote for myself to kind of empower myself.
And what countries are playing your music that surprised you?
That surprised me. Brazil, to be honest. Sway has been #1 on the black charts. They call them black charts there. For months. So yeah, that really surprised me because I didn't know about it. Where's my check?
And your debut album has received fantastic reviews in London. Have you received any other feedback from the music industry about your Black Denim album and tour?
Yeah, from a few different celebrity people reached out to me and showed up and showed out and expressed their love for the music. I can't really say that at the moment, just because a couple of things are in play. But yeah, I have a really good thing, coming. Pray to God. Hopefully, it's not completely done yet, but it's coming, and I hope to speak on it when I'm back here again in December.
Oh, brilliant! And one fan posted a message, wanted to buy your album, saying, "I need this music in my life." how does it feel sort of creating music that has such a big impact on someone's life? It's so life-changing.
I think it's very validating for me, knowing that people are moved enough to even, sing my songs or even nod their head, or groove to it. I always tell people when I write a song, it's I do it for the most selfish reason of all. I write it. The initial writing process is for me. I don't write for anybody else. It's my expression. It's my way to deal with whatever I'm dealing with or express what I need to express. But then when I put it out for people to listen or to put out on an album or put on a track, my intention is to move somebody or is to change somebody's day or better it or take them out of the reality for 3 minutes and 30 seconds, however long the song is. So when someone is moved enough to let me know or go out of their way to sing my song or know my lyrics and write a letter or tell me about it, it's very validating. I feel like what I'm doing is worth it and I'm doing it correctly.
Yeah.
And this is for everyone.
Yes, it
feel
is.
free to answer. And so you've all been touring around the world in different cities and living on the road. What's the experience been like for all of you?
Oh,
Y'all go.
Jay.
I feel blessed and fortunate to be able to work with DeAndre. I think he's an amazing artist, and I think he's just elevated our group of friends musically, creatively, and creatively. And I'm just blessed to be able to use these experiences and apply it for whatever. So I'm just grateful, man. That's all.
Yeah, we're besides working together, we're just really good friends.
Yeah.
And I think, and it is a blessing to know that, we all have our skill sets, but as DeAndre just has that thing in our friends, and it's comforting to know that even though we are friends, he trusts us to be here and support his sound, his message, his on his journey, and that's special for us that we get to come along and share that with him and with each other.
Honestly, DeAndre is just a living example of what dreams can possibly happen for myself and all of us as our own individual artists. I actually started off watching DeAndre on American Idol, and then we met, and to be able to watch him and witness how far his talents have brought him, and to see where he's here in London, and to see how far it's brought him, it's inspired me. So being able to share the stage with DeAndre is just an amazing feeling, and so I love you for letting us do that.
Oh yeah.
I think to encapsulate this entire journey for us, for me, it feels like home. This dynamic that we have on the road is just an upscale level of the energy and the relationship and the trust that we have back home. And being on the road is in this group can get rare sometimes. When we get back home, we're back into our own daily lives and routines that we don't get to have this quality time together. And going back to the previous questions for DeAndre, when I was listening to the questions, I could feel that for me his music and his character are so organic and real for me that I love being a part of this group and this tour, because I connect on a real level to this music and this message, and to take this this family and have the most fun out on that stage, and to take these these songs like I Don't Need Your Love that resonated with me so much that every time we play it I start to cry on stage. Being able to be a part of having DeAndre connect with me on that emotional level, and for us to translate that out all over the world is a blessing that I never thought was real for me. So long story short, thank you.
Amen. Amen. Amen, Pastor Kay. I love it. Love it. Oh, I have to answer it.
Life on the road.
Yeah. Life on the road. I love what I do. I love what I do, and I always say like, oh, you know, I'm doing it on my own. I'm funding it. I'm like, it's mine. Like, I'm doing it on my own, but like, they help me out so much, and I'm just grateful I get to be with my friends. Yeah. Like, it's a lot of work, but it's worth it. And I'm humbled and I'm grateful to have people like this that will literally help me in every single way to get me to where I want to be and make my dream come true. Stop. I'm just grateful. I love them so much in every single way. I couldn't do what I do without them. I couldn't express the way I wanted to express myself. I can't give my music the feeling and the delivery and the message the way I want it to be portrayed. I literally could not be. I love Life on the Road because I'm with them. Basically is what I'm trying to say.
Us too. How did you all meet, actually?
Oh, I met her first.
Oh,
so me and Lina are not day ones, but we're the first to meet. Mm-hmm. I met Lina through Lana.
Lana through me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Three
sorry.
of us met.
Yeah, sorry. I met Lana through Lina.
I picked him up. No, I picked her up.
Yeah.
I said, you gotta meet Dre. So we grabbed him, and then we sang in a town back home in my car for like 2 hours. Yeah. Went to my house and then sang for a while.
That's through Hawaiian music though, right? You met you two.
I met her through Hawaiian music. We met at a beautiful bar called Chico's, a wholesome bar called Chico's in Hawaii. Wholesome bar called Chico's. Yeah, and then
Lana brought you to see
because I moved to Hawaii. I was going to college. I was working as a waiter, and I wanted to see music. Non-Hawaiian music. Love you, Lina, but I wanted to see non-Hawaiian music for 2 seconds. So I called Lana and I was like, who's playing? And I met Jen and our other friend Isaac, who couldn't be here at the moment.
Nettie.
And Nettie. If you know my album from Nettie, we all met that same night. Mm-hmm. And then we met Evan through Keilana. I met Evan through Keilana. They've known each other. But yeah, it's just one big old...
It's like one Young and the Restless family web
of mess.
So when did you decide you want to be a singer? And this could be for everyone. What made you go into music?
I've always sung growing up as a kid. I didn't decide to be a singer until I went on Idol. So my mom kind of forced me to go on Idol, and then it was kind of like I was like right before I did my first talent show, and I got a response from people about my singing. And I was like, oh, this could be a thing. I've always sung. I've been gigging in bars and stuff since I was 13, but it wasn't like I wanted to be that. Believe it or not, I wanted to be a kumu hula growing up. I wanted to be a hula teacher. Nothing was bigger than being a hula teacher, but then that ship has sailed very, very, very far and sunk. But yeah, it wasn't until I got on Idol and realized that I was actually good at it, and I really loved it because it was just something I naturally did.
But you can still dance and sing Hawaiian falsetto.
Yes, I can. And it's a love of mine, but it's a love of mine that stays over there as a respectful thing.
Anyone else like to sing?
I really couldn't sing very well at all. I just had. And that's the truth. I mean, listen, like I'm just saying for people that are just aspiring and that wanted to do those things. I definitely wasn't a singer, but I worked really, really hard. So, which is why it's, for me, this just being able to sing with DeAndre is a big deal because of how picky he is and how, respectful we are about his music. To be asked to sing is like, you don't even know. So for someone like me, who really worked hard to work on the vocal and do that, I love what music does for me. It makes me feel, but I never considered myself a vocalist. So anyway, I mean, just as far as that goes, like, if you work really hard and you push yourself, yeah, you can do all kinds of things. So that's all.
Recapping on that, just I am very picky. So for them to still be here and still work it out through me is a blessing because I'm very, very picky on the sound, and then the vocals. If y'all do know my music, it's very, very vocal heavy. So
very complex.
It's very complex. So my songs are are 80% background vocals, so it's a moment. Anyway, go ahead.
I mean, piggybacking off of Jen, I started as an instrumentalist before I even considered singing. And for me, I really only started singing just as an excuse to learn chords to songs. And it wasn't until I was like in middle school and high school when my music teachers would tell me like I had I needed to work on my singing voice. And when I got into high school, one more extension of the family web, the three of us, Lana, Lina, and myself, went to the same high school. And at our high school, it was very performance art heavy and very performance art driven. And when I was a student in high school, one of my music teachers had really encouraged me to incorporate my musicianship with my voice. And ironically enough, the person that my teacher had told me to kind of dissect and learn from was Lana. He would send me like, listen to this song that she did like last year or 2 years ago, and it was her song.
Come on.
When she was a student. So and oddly enough, it was a full circle where we all started working together and becoming friends. And for me, like Jen, a lot of it is really working at it. And yeah, and you know, I'm glad that I'm here knowing where my piece of the overall puzzle is.
Stands.
So.
Yeah.
I know.
Yep. Just want to thank my mom, because my mom is the one that got me into music. I was very, very. Shout out to Auntie Mel, if you ever see this. Mama Mel. I was super timid kid. I did not like being in public, but she heard me playing in my room one day, and she's like, "I'm gonna make you like singing." So it was a bit of a struggle, but now I can't imagine my life without it. So thanks to mom.
Yay, Mom.
I've always sung. My family is very musical.
I was on Oprah. She was on Oprah. She was on Oprah.
My dad sang. My mom danced hula. And I was on Oprah.
Lina met Oprah and Mariah Carey.
That's the thing.
Just something small,
That's
not a
the
big
thing.
deal.
Little nugget if you can find it.
Thank you. You deliberately trying to embarrass me?
I know, jeez. But yeah.
Yeah.
So the next question is, what can you say you enjoy the most about being a soul and R&B singer?
Oh, that what I enjoy most about being a soul and R&B singer, that not saying I want to put this in a way that it's not derogatory against other genres, but I get to deliver music that has substance in my way. Not saying pop music does it, because pop music has its place and it's needed for people. Again, it takes people out of their reality. It brings people, brings people up. Music is music. It does what it does. As long as someone's being moved, it's music. But for me, these are my stories, and I think for a lot of soul and R&B people, it's a personal relationship with you and the music. So I like that because I get to express myself. I get to literally deal with what I need to deal with on stage and do what I love, throughout my life. So I think that's my favorite thing about being an R&B soul singer.
And which musicians or singers would you like to collaborate with?
Tweet, Duran Bernard, Tony Duran Bernard. Thank you. Yeah. Tweet Duran Bernard, Patti LaBelle, Smokey Robinson, Daily I would love. Marsha Ambrosius, Maxwell, Stevie Nicks, Chance Trent D'Arby,
Stevie Wonder.
I would like to. There's so many. I could not even think. But yeah, Anthony Hamilton. Yeah.
And what's an average day like for DeAndre when you're not touring? How do you relax and unwind?
Well, currently I go to the studio stink gym. I've been trying to get my body right. So average day for me, I go to the gym, I eat, and I go to work. Again, like I say, I kind of fund a lot of my own stuff. So I work every day that I can to try to...
So where will your Black Denim tour go after London?
We have 2 shows in South Carolina. We have a show in Oakland at Yoshi's. Possibly House of Blues, Anaheim. And then New Zealand, Australia. In January we work on right now. But other than that, like I said, I fund it myself. So it has to be spread out a little.
And there's just about 3 more questions left. So do you have any words of advice for young singers out there who want to follow a career in your footsteps?
All right, if y'all want to add in very shortly.
Oh, yeah.
Keep singing, do what you need to do.
Yeah.
Listen to others, open expand your musical tastes. Don't just stick to what you know. Expand it, even if you don't like it, there's something you could appreciate in other people's music. Gig as much as you can, get in front of people. It doesn't come easy, it doesn't come fast. I came off of American Idol, I came off of a huge national show, and I'm still gigging at bars. But I'm doing what I love to do. But gig and keep on with it.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
I mean, maybe not to be satisfied. There's always somebody better than you.
There's always somebody
Not a
better.
way to put yourself down. It's just to know that you should never be satisfied. You can always grow and you can be a better person.
Definitely. But, like I always tell myself, I'm not better than anybody, but ain't nobody better than me.
Yeah.
So still own what you have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's that.
And that's that.
Yeah.
Well, the last question is regarding your London fans and how was that experience meeting your fans today?
It was great. I had 4 people
Any
flying.
highlights you had? to
Yes,
share?
yes. I had actually, well, not even London fans, but 4 people flew in from Paris today. Just my thing is, I love it from wherever, but I love London. London is always a hype when I come here. It's fun, and people literally just stay and they listen, which is such a beautiful thing. Because we've done a few shows where they're just like, we're here because we like you, but they don't listen. So I'm appreciative because they know my music. They come here for my voice, and it's lovely. So thank you, London.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
We're going.